Welcome to the Wrap-Up, a VR live stream focused on keeping you up to date with the adoption of universal profiles and growth of the new creative economy. Join us as we uncover the fusion of technology, artistry, and innovation that's redefining how we create, share, and experience in this digital age. It's time to wrap it up. Welcome into the Wrap-Up, everyone. Today's December 15th, 2023. And before we dive into today's show, take a moment to click that like button and maybe even hit the subscribe button. Actually, go ahead and smash that button if you can, but don't break your screen.
I mean,
It
if there's a
helps
little
a ton,
collateral
and it ensures
damage,
you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Also, be sure to find us on Common Ground in the MetaHeads and KEEZ communities, because Common Ground is the Web3 community platform that we've all been waiting for. Also, I started feeling really guilty after I said smash the button, because I was hoping people weren't going to start tipping monitors over.
I mean, if there's going to be a little collateral damage in the process, just try to mitigate that, fam. But do what it takes to smash that button. He's right. Smash is the term. But yeah, hope everybody's doing great today on this wonderful Friday leading into this epic weekend coming up. But yeah, the LUKSO ecosystem lately, it's got me feeling a little bit lively, right? Like it feels vibrant. There's a lot going on, vivacious. Actually, the term I think I'm looking for is zesty. It's got me feeling zesty, Eth.
Zesty. You want the essence, but not the full peel. Fair enough.
Yes, exactly. You nailed it.
All right. Well, before we get into our zest-filled show, a word from our friends and sponsors over at LEEQUID. LEEQUID, a liquid staking solution tailored for the LUKSO blockchain, enables low-friction staking of LYX tokens redeemable for SLYX tokens on a one-to-one basis. Its custom liquidity pool allows for quick staking changes, avoiding traditional network delays. Supported by LUKSO advisors and launched post-consensus audit in October of 23, LEEQUID ensures a secure and user-friendly staking experience. Be sure to follow LEEQUID on Twitter for opportunities to earn passive rewards while participating in the overall security of the LUKSO network. Well, unless you've been living under a rock, Common Ground launched their LUKSO ecosystem on the 12th, and it was actually a really fun day. We got together for an opening event that actually transpired in the KEEZ community, where Florian from Common Ground gave a nice little presentation, and I thoroughly enjoyed being there, Alt. I don't know about you.
Who hasn't heard about that? You're late to the party.
Yeah, no, it was great, man. It was a lot of fun. Like to have that LUKSO ecosystem go live and Common Ground, and to see just all the LUKSO ecosystems, all the different communities there. So many. You got, Jax, we got Chill Wells, you've got KEEZ, MetaHeads. There's like, I think there's already probably like 20 or 30. I won't even try to name them all. But that's the beauty of Common Ground too, is it's literally called Common Ground because it's trying to connect all these communities together to kind of, have something really special there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Rob, let's get that first tweet up there if we can. Boom. This was the link inside of our, that is a zesty link, Rob. Inside of the description, you'll be able to find the link that'll take you to the LUKSO Common Ground. Because like I said, you had to have been living under a rock to not know that this was going on. Luckily, we're going to flip the rocks over. We're getting you out from underneath those rocks and trying to get you exposed to the greater ecosystem. So you can see what we're looking at there is the inside that tweet window, the image that's collected, that is the LUKSO ecosystem. And you see the community news feed. And you can see that KEEZ had a couple articles up there. If you join today, you'll see it's actually happening. There's more articles that people are posting, including notifications from the official LUKSO Common Ground itself. When we move over to tweet number 2, this is what Alt was referencing. It was the first ever community pub crawl. Interesting concept, pub crawl, Alt, right?
Yeah, I love that. Very cool concept to kind of, get people together and then just move from community to community and hear from the project leads for each community. And in the process, everybody's joining these new communities and it's just kind of creating this snowball effect. We ran for like 5 hours. It was crazy. And even at the end, we still had a good chunk of people still vibing out, and each community, we grew out each community throughout the process. It was really, really cool. It was really nice kind of social-fi network effect there. Very cool concept. And the streaming feature in there is, and the quality is super high, and everything's very intuitive. And the team and themselves, like, you guys are my main squeeze. Like, I love your approach to to this platform, trying to make it community centric and being really focused on getting feedback this early stages. Yeah, really, really good. Thanks, Jack. These are my Teflon Sega glasses, super drippy. It's like a lemon drip, But yeah, actually, we actually have a clip from one of the co-founders, Florian. Let's hear from Florian.
They have very particular needs that we don't really feel are covered, even by Discord, which we all know many of us use or have used until recently. So what are these things that are missing? Well, we think we need new social primitives to actually empower this future that we're dreaming about. I think we need on-chain reputation and rewards that are issued by communities. I think we need governance and co-ownership concepts and practical ways to exercise them for communities. We need communities that are actually not bot farms for hundreds of thousands of airdrop farmers and bots. We need communities of real people, where people are provably unique and provably human, where they make decisions together.
Yeah, I love that. It's all about that's on this direction towards on-chain reputation, right? You get, which allows you to reward your community. It's like rewards for communities by communities. You get to incentivize the people and the users to be more proactive, but in a fair way, which is, that's the way you can truly reward them and kind of help build things out. Very, very interesting ecosystem.
Yeah. Although this event did not have the native rewards inside of Common Ground yet, and although we couldn't go all the way to maybe the full extents of our vision in this new reality that we're kind of living in, where universal profiles become our kind of ubiquitous identity, or omnipresent identity in this ecosystem. It was the first time that I think I participated in something online. It was better than a Twitter space. It was cooler than a YouTube live stream. It was very co-participative. Like, it was like this. We went from community to community on this platform and found common ground. Truly, I mean, not to not to like just stick the name in there, but it really felt like common ground. It felt like it was a real melting pot of ideas, personalities, agendas even, and it happened super organic. I think they only had maybe 2 hours total allotted for this ecosystem launch, and like Alt said, we went plus 4 hours just hanging out. And the retention on the community members that went from space to space was actually fairly significant. I mean, we didn't lose too many people along the way. There was a lot of good information shared. It was it was fun to see a couple people get put on the hot seat, even though they didn't intend it to be put on the hot seat. But Sam and Sage did a great job when we got to the LEEQUID community. Anyway, neat event. If you missed it, that's too bad. I wish you could have been there. Luckily, I bet you this will not be the last pub crawl alts, right?
Yeah, no, that's just first of many, and many different types of events too, right? We're kind of just testing things out to kind of see how this workflow works. And I love that you said, yeah, it's like we keep saying the word common ground to make common ground. It's like when you're watching a movie and they say the title and you're like, but it's like these things kind of hit home when you're in there doing it, with your family and your community. Which one of the cool things about, even this early stages, we can already integrate universal profiles into our common ground. So you can link them and actually shows that you are logged in through your universal profile, which is really awesome. Speaking of, we got a tweet from FICO saying there was 125 universal profiles just casually hanging out together in common ground. So that's actually, we had a really good turnout. And the platform did great. I think they said they were still at like 20% capacity even for that single server with that number of people. So even at these early stages, like, it's running super smooth. Really well done.
Yeah. And this was for the Hackathon Awards show, which was kind of the culmination of the week of event, or the 3 days of events on common ground for this LUKSO ecosystem launch. The award show went great. Actually, Common Ground rolled out a new broadcast feature just for this event. Again, we'll keep plugging it because it really was surprising how clean a feed this was and how fun it was to interact in this broadcast feature with the chat going absolutely nuts. You could see the team kind of laughing at times, the people on stage. And Hugo even at one point said, this is actually difficult because I want to keep reading the chat. It was a lively atmosphere. It was kind of cool. Fabian actually alluded to the fact that like maybe in the future it won't be so intimate, but right now in the early days, it was a really intimate award show, and we got to celebrate a lot of really neat projects.
Yeah, I was definitely doing my part to distract them in the chat. But yeah, that's one of the great things about being early, right? Is to be able to have these more intimate interactions, with the founders and the co-founders and the builders and the devs and everybody. So yeah, it's really awesome experience. And the video actually got put up today on YouTube as well from the team. So highly recommend checking that out if you weren't there live. And yeah, so hopefully looking forward to more of these things in the future.
Yeah. And last thing I'll say, if you haven't got the sense from us already, we're super bullish on Common Ground. Like Alt said, the team's his main squeeze, and it provides an opportunity to get together that I think we're missing. Like we're spread across Discord or Twitter or Telegram right now. And it's like, we could just take that energy and move it onto Common Ground. There's real opportunities to find synergies in this ecosystem. And I think when founders lean into LUKSO as a LUKSO fan, we need to find ways to lean back into them, because that is where we're going to build really strong and fruitful relationships together. So we're bullish on Common Ground. You should be bullish on Common Ground. Let's all get on Common Ground together and find some common ground. Alts, how many times did I just say that?
Not enough, man. Not enough. But yeah, well said, Heath. Well said. You know what else gets me excited this week? A little known project on LUKSO called Universal Page went live on mainnet. Congrats, guys. It's been a nice long road. I know you guys have been waiting for things to kind of align to start putting it out. And yeah, we were definitely super excited to see that happen. So they said for everyone who missed our announcement, during the LUKSO ecosystem launch, the private beta phase is now live on mainnet, which means I think they had 100 Genesis NFTs, and those were given out to people that had actually gone in before and helped test the platform on testnet and filled out a form and stuff. So they airdropped those, which allowed early access, during this beta phase, and gave us a free universal page name to go ahead and make one, which is kind of like, the MySpace, as we kind of call it, of digital identity wallets in Web3, kind of just adding new layers to things.
Yeah, actually, we're rolling through a slideshow right here of all of these different universal pages. And Rob, I think, only grabbed a few. But what I wanted to show off here, what you see with Chill Wills there, you're actually seeing, and same with Pharaoh there, you're seeing the Genesis NFT on the left and then the universal page name on the right. What we wanted to get across to people was these are going to take a lot of different forms. It's going to be visually interesting. People are going to use their universal pages for a variety of reasons. People might actually build these things out custom to be a storefront where they'll sell their wares, especially if we start getting some plugins that allow for kind of bridging the boundaries between Web3 and the IRL space. Right away, you can think of an application like Tootsie built for the hackathon, where literally built out a proof of concept with those NFC chips. So yeah, anyway, really cool. I love that Universal Page made a move here, because although it's not everybody who's using it, it's live, man. Like, we got it. We're moving. We're pretty soon everyone's going to have a Universal Page, and you are going to be part of this ecosystem. And then we'll all run around, catching jellyfish in the fields, right?
Yeah, we were no longer in that just wonderment imagination phase. We're actually in the let's do it phase. Let's show people, what this stuff is about. And yeah, as things continue to roll out over the next few months, I think, there's gonna be a lot of reasons to get excited, and people are we're gonna FOMO everybody into just coming in and having fun with these new standards for sure. And Universal Page is such a great exploration of that already at this early stages.
Yeah, without it. Yeah, for sure. My brain wanted to say so many things. All I got out was yeah. So bring up this tweet from Alts here. We've got Drake. Drake wants nothing to do with that bullshit he sees there. He's like, nah, you guys can think about that white screen that only psychopaths use with just a few numbers on it. What we want, what Drake wants, right? Like I'm with Drake on this. I want that beautiful universal page right there. I mean, so much better, and it can get so much better, right? This is just the beginning. You agree with me, Alts? I think Drake knows what's up.
Oh yeah, Drake most definitely knows what's up. Definitely got that pink vibe there. And this is actually, I don't know if you guys ever saw this. This is actually a pretty hilarious clip with Vitalik and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they were trying to go through the process of doing. They literally got lost and couldn't figure out how to how to work their way through MetaMask, like trying to do it. It was such a funny moment where even Vitalik is struggling with the current UX of crypto and Ethereum. So yes, you have this beautifully epic, seamless, simple, sleek solution, with universal page times universal profiles on LUKSO. It's even got a little pay button there. It's super simple. You don't have to even get nothing super complicated at all. And this is kind of, the ethos of, LUKSO is we're meeting the average person where they're already at, right? We're going to make things native to their current, things they're doing now. And we're just kind of seamlessly just like move it over to blockchain without them even noticing. And this is how we do it.
Yeah, we're going to see these things instanced in a lot of ways, meaning people will take their own universal page and they will use it in some novel way that'll create some spark in somebody else's brain to be like, oh my God, they're doing that with it. I'm going to do something else because you just gave me a great idea. What I think is going to be really interesting is when people build these universal pages to actually become like almost standalone businesses on the internet, and they're able to sell the business with no intermediary by just selling the NFT that represents the universal page. That is the glory behind that universal page name that people are reserving, right? So if, let's say, Alts and I and Chella and all right, we have meta heads, and at some point someone's like, I want to buy meta heads. You know what we could do? Just sell them the universal page name if we have built the platform on top of the universal page, and we've just sold a business. Now, we have zero intention on doing that. I'm just using it because it's a very simple example that came to my brain, but almost anyone, like Alts's wood carvings could also be sold. Alt's the wood burner, right? Could sell his wood burnings.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Eth Lauren's only feet page could do it. He could auction that off. But no, like it's just like, yeah, it's such a great engine for a lot of things. I mean, you could literally have like a gamer profile where you've unlocked, all sorts of things in a game and have all these assets and then just like, sell it off. Like it's going to be really, really cool. There's gonna be so many different applications for that. But another really interesting, facet to universal page that we saw through the hackathon, through the BuildUP message. Congratulations. They took first place on this concept. But it's E2E encrypted messaging through universal profiles. So yeah, just wrap your mind around that.
Yep. My mind wants to wrap all the way around that. It can't though, because I think the possibilities are so open-ended and large that it's difficult to wrap my mind around where this could go. The team at Universal Page, Jake and Vlad, has hinted that they'll look to incorporate this into the Universal Page platform. Right now, it's a standalone as up message for the hackathon. It won first place. It's a great idea. To add messaging inside of that platform only makes it more exciting to use. The use case they gave in the hackathon was the idea that if we both owned an NFT from the same collection, wouldn't it be fun to be able to know that and then be able to message because of that? That's kind of really cool.
Yeah, I agree with Dims there. I can't wait to chat on that app. And it would be so sick if they integrated that into Universal Page. Man, just like you just keep stacking this utility on top of these universal profiles, which is what makes them so special in the first place.
So special, bro. So special. All right. Lastly, BuildUP number 2, like we mentioned, that award ceremony happened on Common Ground. But let's say you missed it, or you can't watch videos because flashing lights bother you or something. I don't know. You can go to the Medium and you can read about it, because we know everybody likes to read. And kudos LUKSO for getting out the Medium literally the next morning. That's fantastic. Turning that around quickly, because a lot of people are super interested.
Yeah. We'd love to see that come out so quickly. Appreciate that. There's also Spaces this morning hosted by Fawn and Clara and Hugo. So they kind of went through some of these projects as well. And there was a few different project leads that hopped on stage and kind of discussed their project a bit as well. So, and that one was recorded. So yeah, if you didn't get a chance to check that out, recommend it as well. But yeah, congrats to all the winners out there. So many amazing projects. Like I can't wait to see them kind of develop further out on mainnet. Like, man, and all the ones that didn't quite make it, I can't wait to see, where you're going with your projects as well. But yeah, I'll say, I will say, ETH, I'm falling in love with so many of these submissions. Like, I think I'm catching peelings.
Catching peelings up. Well, we really could have squeezed these stories for a little bit more juice because there's a lot there, but we're not going that deep today. So we're really just zesting the peel, right? We're just going to give you a little taste of it. We're going to give you a hint of it, but we're not going to give you everything.
Yeah. And see, when life gives you lemons, just squeeze some into other people's eyes and move on.
That's why you have the glasses on. All right.
Check myself.
All right, Alts. Enough of this nonsense. Let's move up into the right.
Let's check it out.
And up and to the right, we provide a weekly review of the markets from a LUKSO perspective. We present a range of prices from the lowest to the highest and give the prevailing price at the time of the broadcast. Moreover, we try to provide a summary of the market cap for the project and compare the existing market framework with our market cap goal of a top 100 placement. So you can see if we wanted to be in the top 100 right now, we'd have to be at $18.60. Man, it feels like it's running away from us a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're slipping back a little bit. But you know what? We're just in that consolidation period. I think maybe just the engines are just warming up a little bit.
Yeah, and whoever the wallet is that keeps selling into the high and is providing that resistance, that market maker, I hope your car runs out of gas. No, not really. Maybe kind of. All right. You can see there's been some volatility. Volatility is actually a good thing on that chart. It feels like we're starting to wake up a little bit. And there's actually some bullish news. So if you don't like the price chart, let's go to the first tweet there, Alts.
Yeah, we got one from Dr. Martin Heisbach. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but he is on the project and exchange Uphold. So Peter had asked, when licks LYX live on Uphold? And he said soon. Now, if you don't know, Uphold is an exchange. They're regulated in the US by FinCEN and state regulators. They're also regulated in Canada, Europe, and a few others. So, they focus on listing new tokens early before they actually get on other bigger platforms. So yeah, it's simple. It's simple one-step trading. And yeah, it's another onboarding ramp for US users looking to get LYX, so it's going to be great to get some more liquidity. I haven't used that platform before, but looking forward to it. I've heard good things about it. And yeah, it's exciting. We'd love to see more exchange listings for our beloved token. Our coin.
That's right. Native coin of the network. Thank you, Dr. Martin Heisbeck. He's been following this project for a long time, as well as many others, being a founder of Uphold. So like Alt said, it's going to give us some native liquidity or some native liquidity. It's going to give us some much needed liquidity here for US based lovers of LUKSO, Pink fam, LUKSO fan, right? But you know who's not doing that for us right now? Coinbase. They're going to list complete Ponzi shit coins like Bonk. If they're going to do that,
oh, hell no.
do the US market a favor and list a quality token like Lux. And I tagged Coinbase and Brian Armstrong because I'm sure they read every single @ that they have in their Twitter. Sure. Brian has nothing else to do but to look at my tweets and then think about them, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's true, right? Like a lot of people are tired of the same old scam coins, meme coins. They're nothing except with like no utility, right? They're just kind of pump and dumps. They continue getting listed on these platforms. Yet those of us with actual fundamentals, totally decentralized, we kind of have to wait in line. So, we've been waiting. We're patient, but it feels like the time is here. So yeah, feel free to go tag Brian in Coinbase on Twitter and let them know. Let them know. Which actually leads us into another way to let them know is I threw a little questionnaire here, a poll. Which tier 1 would you like to see licks on most? So there's still 3 more days. We'll throw the link in the chat or down below in the description. You can go vote. Currently, Coinbase is in the lead with about 56%, with Binance in second place with about 36%. But yeah, would love to hear where you guys would like to see LYX listed.
Yeah. So you hear that, Brian Armstrong? Stop listing things like bunk and just meet our demands. The fundamentals are maybe here, but we're definitely fun. Right, Alts?
We put the fun in fundamentals.
Sure. For sure. All right, let's go. Network update. You know, you said I was going to have an only feet, but I think I'd rather have an only beards, right? I
Only
think that,
beards. Yes, I love
yeah,
that. Actually, I would
only.
subscribe to that.
All right, fantastic. All right. So total Lux stake, almost 3.5 million. Fantastic. That's over 108,000 validators. Current APR at 8.3%. Taking a peek at lux.tools. Yeah, there we go. I like to just lead Rob in and make him sweat. I know he's
Pregnant
clicking
pause.
behind the scenes.
Always nice.
The validator queue is about 9 hours, completely manageable, and that may have something to do with the fact that we've had those DApp nodes starting to get shipped out. Alts, that's kind of cool. Total burn deluxe approaching 120. That's a number I can't wait to keep coming back to over and over again.
Yeah, that's a number we're going to all love to see just go up and up and up, because it means the network is getting used and it means the supply is getting destroyed, the extra. So yeah, we'd love to see that. Yeah, the wait time's not too bad at all. And I've definitely seen some of those DApp nodes arriving. So have fun setting up those nodes, fam. And I love to see the more, we're just getting more decentralized as things move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's head to the next tweet. We've got one from the ERC725 account. It says LUKSO LSP 3 standard just got integrated into the Block Explorer. And what this means is it makes it human readable, super, super easy. Now you can see all the interactions from a universal profile with other ups, like right in the Block Explorer. You can even search by username. This is so cool. So cool.
Yeah. If we want a next generation blockchain, we need next generation block explorers and a lot of other things. And if you're like, I'm not very impressed, I can just search your name. Don't worry about what it looks like today either. It already looks better today than the other ones. I can't even imagine what it's going to look like a few years from now. So this is a great step forward already. Huge improvement for the user experience.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. This is we're still in the beta phase, right? We just got this party started, and we're already seeing stuff that's looking better than the other options out there.
Yeah. Yep. Without a doubt. All right. We got a tweet from Fabian. Appreciate that, Dems. Appreciate that. Okay. Fabian says Ledger Live now integrated LUKSO directly. Great job, Ledger. This comes at an amazing time. One, for LUKSO fam. Now we've got a native integration with Ledger. I'm so pumped about this. And it comes at the worst time for Ledger. This might be the only positive news on the Ledger timeline yesterday. However, for LUKSO fam, man, we were cool, calm, and moisturized and in our lane. Like this was great. Didn't affect us.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy to hear that. I haven't heard of anyone that I know in my circles that got exploited. It was actually just, I mean, everyone acted really well and quickly to the hack that happened. If you're not sure what happened with Ledger, they had I think it's like a CLI database for wallet integrate got hacked, and someone uploaded a malicious code, and people had auto updated or updated quickly. And there was a couple of hours where, you know, some sites and some dApps were able to be exploited. So I think like total across all ecosystems, it was like 580,000. And Tether had instantly frozen those funds too. So yeah, I mean, it's cool to see, you know, through X and Twitter that, you know, we all kind of work together to protect each other and kind of move things along and get things going super quick to try to mitigate these risks. But yeah, it was great to see some positive note, you know, from Ledger that yeah, we've been waiting for a long time to get this native integration, and I absolutely love to see it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad that that nonsense happened with Ledger. If you're looking for just a complete, this doesn't describe what happened at all from a technical sense, but Ledger for a moment there was like the coyote in the Roadrunner and the Coyote who ran off the cliff, if you're familiar with that cartoon, and then looked underneath and realized there was no ground, but instead of falling down to its demise, he was able to get back to the cliff, because that's kind of what happened for Ledger. It was a scary moment. And it's a shame that happened because it buried the lead on this really incredible news that came out yesterday, something that we've been waiting for, this native integration. So again, kudos Ledger. Thank you for finally doing this. This is really big for the LUKSO community. If you want to take your ledger specifically outside and smash it with a hammer and engagement farm, knock yourself out. But I don't think we need to get there. That just seems ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of pointless. Like any project, Web 2 and Web 3 are susceptible to these types of attacks. Ledger being the biggest, they're going to have the most attacks against them. It didn't nothing to do with their firmware or hardware. So like, yeah, I wouldn't even blink an eye. This is just part of the space, right? And we do what we can to move forward. And I like to take these things as a reminder to everybody that like, hey, you got to take security serious, right? So if you had a vault that didn't connect to anything ever, and you had interacted with like an outer layer thing with hardly any value in it, like you wouldn't even be concerned, right? So like, it's just a reminder to reevaluate your security and make sure you're doing things right. But yeah, we can put a cap on it there and head on to another tweet from Hugo. Some of you LUKSO fam OGs can say, I used to know LUKSO when it had no mainnet and was not on Ledger Live yet. So can't say that anymore now that it's happened. But yeah, it's just such a great kind of benchmark, another benchmark, right, to think about in the future. And imagine in 5 years when you'll be able to say this, people are like, what, you were there when Ledger Live? Oh my God, because that just shows you like really how early we truly still are.
You were there the day that Ledger got hacked, and no one will remember that was also the day, or maybe they will. We'll all remember that was also the day now. That
everybody will know the day because they already know the day, right? So we can also just like, it's like we just kind of piggyback on that forever.
Yeah. It feels zesty. Okay, anyway, moving on to our last tweet in this section. It is definitely, we mentioned DApp Node before. These little boxes are coming out and they look beautiful. And the wizard himself got one. So if you're looking for the approval of someone who probably knows what he's doing, like if you're wondering, should I get a DApp Node? Does that make sense? Is that good tech? Hey, if it's good for the wizard, it's probably good for you, right?
Well said. Yeah, if it's good for the wizard, it's good for you. But yeah, I love to see Pink Christmas came early. And yeah, I think there's only maybe yesterday they posted there was like 4 left. So like if you're trying to get one of these things, you might want to check as soon as possible. But yeah, I love to see some pink hardware for sure. And that actually leads us into our next segment, the Pinkest Tweet.
Been waiting for that pink song on the soundboard. You're just not giving it to me. That's like 3 weeks in a row.
Oh man, yeah, I've been sleeping on that.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll live. All right, Pink Flux, number 1.
Time out. Almost everything I have on is pink, and it's my favorite.
There you go. Don't say I never did nothing for you.
All right. So we got this tweet from the Pink Flux. Pink yachts, pink pills, pink mansion, Pink Flux. It's a new pink financial economy. There's LUKSO luxury, lifestyle, fancy, social identity economy. I love all these words and I love how pink it is. You're absolutely right. You can imagine I would want every one of those things, including that pink yacht, provided we put a nice little white beard underneath the bow.
Put a beard on the front of your yacht. I love that. Actually, that's a great iteration of yachtageness. But I love all these this smorgasbord of elements that we already can identify in this LUKSO ecosystem. Yeah, so really well done. Nice collage there, Pink Flux. Next one, we've got one from Danilo. Get your sound on, like LUKSO dematerialized. This is LUKSO guitar. You're jamming out to the pink multiverse. I love it.
Oh, and it's fitting given we had that submission from the Yellow Jacket group, right?
Yeah, exactly. Show it. All pink everything. That's right.
I'll pick everything. All right. We are LUKSOnauts exploring the vast frontiers, and Beef gave us a visual representation of that. You know, the AI art as it's proliferated is, I mean, obviously beautiful, but I love the fact that we just continue to keep it real and keep it pink around here. If you remember months and months and months ago, I don't know, it might have been March last year, we decided we were going to go on a pink is a lifestyle campaign and leap into AI art. And after that, it's just been an absolute explosion. I love this one, Beef. Good job.
Yeah, this one's beautiful. And I do love to see it. It's just such a cool. I know a lot of actually see kind of in other social media platforms where people are kind of complaining about AI art, like they're tired of seeing the same thing, but like it's because people aren't really they're not utilizing it to tell stories or really truly to vibe out, right? Like, but that's something we really do special in this space is kind of using art as a representation kind of for our journey. And this is such a great iteration of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it brings us to another AI piece from Wissam. What's interesting is I almost feel like I can tell the AI tool that generated it. Beefs came from Midjourney. This one here tells me it came from Dolly on ChatGPT. Really feels that way. I could be completely wrong, but I'd put $100 on it. I'd put
$100.
Nope, I'd put 100 Turkish lira on it.
You're still long the lira?
I am long the lira. I brought home like 2,000 lira. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. All right, so this is a great one from Wissam. I love what this speaks to me is like this interconnectedness, this really unique interconnectedness of what LUKSO could be from a blockchain perspective. He says LUKSO is weaving the future. It's true. Weaving the future through all the different kinds of interactions and use cases and interests that people have or entities have or communities have as we search for common ground. I just read the sponsor read at the bottom.
No, I love it. Yeah, it's we're weaving the future and we're kind of seeing it unfold. That's the beauty of being here so early is we're seeing it unfold in real time. And you're going to see this budding ecosystem of builders, creators, educators, influencers, artists, brands. It's just entities, institutions. Like it's gonna grow so massively over the next couple of years. Just wait. It's gonna be quite an epic adventure to get to something like this, but exponentially larger.
Like that, but not like that.
All right. Well, let's head into this week's winner. We got one from Jarlin. The most beautiful bots you're going to find in the multiverse. Well done, Jarlin. I've been following your art for so long. Love to see this way to embrace the pink chain there. It's beautiful. This little guy is super cute. Yeah, epic piece.
Yeah, and super nice guy. I mean, in NYC, we had some Korean barbecue together, sat next to Jarlin, and he actually shared these coloring pages because my daughter's an artist. So we had coloring pages of all of his robots or a lot of his ARC robots there, and shared that file with me because he knew that my daughter would like to play around with it. Good for you. I appreciate you, Jarlin. Just good guy.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Your vibes are always on point.
Immaculate vibes.
Love it. Well, let's head into our F.A.M.E section.
Speaking of immaculate vibes.
That's another good jam. We got a couple of good jams in the show. So yeah, this one comes from Marjorie. Absolutely thrilled to find herself among the internet it girls in the zine. So huge thanks to Boys Club World for the feature. This is beyond. So yeah, that is dope. Congrats, Marjorie. You're such a leader in this space in so many different sectors of art and culture, and yeah, just tearing down boundaries. So I love to see this. It's a very, very cool feature, and well done too from Boys Club for this actual zine. Like the product and the end result looked really, really nice.
Certainly serving it, and I appreciate that. So this is it definitely fits the vibe from the dematerialized. Like you can almost looks like it's sitting on a hex jerzo, doesn't it?
Yeah, that dress looks like a hex jerzo dress. It's freaking epic.
Yeah, super epic. Good job, Marjorie. Again, I don't think you get enough flowers. If we had more, we'd give them to you, but congrats. That's a cool feature in a neat community. All right, moving on. We've got a tweet from Maison Lux, and it says, attention white paper collectors. We're disappointed to share the delivery of the white paper book is expected in the new year, but check your emails for details on the white paper book production and delivery status. Missing the email? Let us know at support@masonlux.com. Thank you, Maison Lux. This is fantastic, right? So now if anyone has a question and I see that question, or if I see anyone complaining, I immediately point them to this communication. Problem solved, right? This is a good move.
Yeah, excellent move. Love to see it. And actually, there's one more tweet below that one too, where they said, we apologize for the radio silence as we've been heads down trying to find the quickest solution. They actually go on to say that each recipient of the white paper book will receive a special gift from us as a token of appreciation for their continued support and patience. So yeah, for me, that's a win. I don't mind the delay. I love extra gifts. Thank you for that.
Oh, good. Delay everything. Delay. That's what I'm gonna
Delay it all and give me them gifts.
tell those. You tell the U.S. Postal Service, just delay my bills as long as you bring a gift when you bring them.
Well,
All right.
speaking of gifts, we've got one actually that came out from the Dematerialized. They airdropped us some OG mascots. These are ethereal companions and tokens of a profound appreciation for the dedicated support for the DMAT OGs. So shout out OGs. These are very, very cool. And I think they had multiple colorways based off of the Pixel Fam card that you had. So yeah, shout out Pixel community.
Yeah, you know what's cool about it is a lot of people, because there wasn't like a huge run up to it. A lot of people just got them in their universal profile, and they got the experience of being like the, classic Azuki check your wallets. So they were able to like run in there and try to figure out what it was, and to see something show up, they were pumped, it's rad. It's a neat experience. Everyone loves gifts, to return to that last piece, right?
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. So moving on, we've got one from Pata Brava from HubDAO. So yeah, doing some tests with the LUKSO citizens. Check this guy out. This AR feature. This is like, watch this. Bloop, 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 bloop. Gonna grow up. Yeah, that's looking great. The 3D internet's coming fast, and HubDAO is gonna be providing all the needed tools to fully enjoy it, both in Web 2 and Web 3. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on this one, fam.
I love this project. I think it's really interesting, and LUKSO Citizen seems like such a cool idea. All of the clothing being completely interchangeable. You'll be able to customize this avatar and make it yours. You'll be a LUKSO Citizen. I also like the sound effect when this thing's running around. It sounds like whoever made the sound effect was just bouncing a ping pong ball on the ground. Or maybe there were no active sound effects, and whoever took the video, Pata Bravo, was just bouncing a ping pong ball on the floor. Either one of those is possible. Either one. Like
Perhaps.
Schrodinger's ping pong ball.
Schrodinger's ping pong ball. Next level analogy right there. But no, one of the great things, I'm going to say one more thing about that is they're doing a little bit different too. So it's like you're minting these 3D avatars on chain. So even through your universal profile, you can quickly, easily access these and download your files, which is really, really cool. So yeah, we can head to that next one now. Rob, appreciate it.
Thanks, Vogue Business. And I don't know who that is. I'm sorry for including us in your Art Basel roundup. That's the author. Got to be. Oh, Megan McDonald. There we go.
Megan.
I could have just read the underpinning there. Good. For your Art Basel roundup, we're screaming. Okay, super cool, because the zine made it into Vogue. That's awesome, right? Legacy Media picking up on this new media that Boys Club is producing. Why is it even why is it relevant in this LUKSO focused pink space? Because Boys Club partnered with, say it, Alt. LUKSO, damn it, that's right. If you even look in the background of that photo, you see the KSO and the UKSO intersecting there, right between Boys and Club. LUKSO was a part of this event. LUKSO was on all of the branding for this event. LUKSO is powering the zine. This is, again, good news. Good news. Congratulations to Boys Club. Congratulations to the team at LUKSO that put this together. Congratulations.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, like, so they did a really interesting model with this one too. They had the physical magazine, which you had to take and go through the process of creating a universal profile in order to claim the digital, and kind of reverse engineered the digital experience, which was really, really awesome, and kind of just showcases another cool way to use these LSP standards. And shout out Megan. She's a senior innovation editor at Vogue Business. And she is always on top of all the cutting edge, digital and digital fashion and just digital culture in general, everything, emerging technology and stuff. Yeah, she kind of hits on all things. So it's an amazing feature to be coming in Vogue like that.
You gotta draw attention to the fact that I didn't know who Megan was. You had to do that to me, huh?
Yeah, you've been slipping there, Eve. Not gonna make it, fam. Not gonna make it. But yeah, man, it's been interesting. So we've been taking some time lately to think about some new ways to kind of have fun with the community. And we thought, you know what, would be fun to bring back late night GM, LNGM. It's been a bit, but let's check out the teaser real fast. Yeah, so Late Night GM was a vessel for, Ethan and I to kind of start this journey into VR podcasting, and we had some amazing guests, like Clips and Cass, and just kind of feeling things out and having a lot of fun. And we had a lot of long-term visions for this project, so we're going to kind of bring it back and start moving it forward as well. And one of those visions was having a live audience. So we've got some interesting things to figure out on our plate, but we really want to get the fam in there. And the beauty of our approach to it is you'd be able to join us whether you're in VR or just on desktop. So yeah, we have that on the roadmap. We moved it up, and we're looking to figure things out and kind of have fun with that. So it's going to be it's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited to bring this guy back.
Yeah, we really want to embrace the metaverse. I mean, we want to be digital citizens, and we're trying to FOMO all of you into this experience with us because it just gets more fun together. Having a live talk show would be awesome with a live audience. I feel like there's so much that we could do there. Plus, you probably couldn't tell. We made some updates to that space. You'd have to actually watch one of the shorts. There's lots of areas that we built out to hang out. So there's couches and bar rooms and stuff around the set. So it'd be like a neat space for, let's call it a digital dimension meetup if we were just to get even a live studio audience in there and hang out for a bit. All this stuff's on the roadmap. We've been ideating this stuff for a long time. We're finally getting to the point where I feel like the technology is starting to catch up to us.
Yeah. And then, also finding, ways to integrate universal profiles and on-chain reputation and token gating and all sorts of really cool stuff to just kind of reward the community that is riding with us, So yeah, looking forward to adding some more things to the adventure.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool, Alts, if when you showed up to one of these live events, we could actually do the ticketing through something like Pop Protocol, and then, you got rewarded with a collectible? Or what if by watching something like this live stream right now, if you were here and listening for 10 minutes or watching for 10 minutes, we were able to reward you with some tokens saying thank you very much. Some triple P tokens.
Yeah. What if you got PPP drip every 10 minutes? You got a little more drippage.
Yeah, it'd be insane. And I think that's the direction that we really want to go. And like I said, the tools are just starting to finally come available. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, fam. We're going to be doing some really fun stuff together and kind of, having this bridge back and forth, right? Where we kind of each benefit from this engagement and activity. So, ETH, let's check out a little bit of Speculation Nation. That cracks me up every time as well.
All right. So you want to introduce this, Alts?
Yeah. So we one of my friends pinged me. I think it was Mince actually. He's like, "Hey man, go check out the Universal Page Discord." Managed to find the message come through and found this one from Jake. He said someone had asked, "Can we mint NFTs now?" He said no drops are scheduled yet, so we need to kind of be patient for that. But he said DMAT NFTs plus awesome drops are coming soon. So for now, it's only Genesis and UPN available. But yeah, I know we have been hungry for these OG DMAT NFTs to find their way onto our mainnet profiles. So that could be coming sooner than we had imagined.
And Jake right now is like blacklisted.
Denied.
No, it's cool. I love, we've got a lot of sleuths with their ears to the ground trying to figure out what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. Cool piece of alpha here, or at very least speculation for the nation.
The nation needs speculation.
All right.
It thrives on it.
Some zesty speculation. Okay, moving to visual learning.
All right, first up, we got one from me. I saw some alpha on DMAT. We just went over that. Next up, we got one from Marjorie. Talking about we don't have that one. Well, let me just I'll do some exposition here. So Marjorie had put out a tweet for the LUKSO trifecta. David Phelps had posted one. It was a triangle with 3 points: successful token, successful tech, successful user base. And LUKSO hits on all 3 of those. So yeah, LUKSO, you're simply the zest.
Better than all the zest. All right. Obviously, we are completely out of our minds today. Zesty Rob, that's right. So Malotzi has a cool, again, piece of AR art here. Name a sleeping giant in Web3 that's waking up in 2024. How about looks?
Yeah, that beast is ready to tear things up. It looks like I don't want to be getting in his way. That is for sure. Yeah. Next up, we got one from Maximus.lyx. So the LSP sixth sense is upon us. It says, yeah, Twitter in 2024. It's a written script. So he's like, I see ups everywhere. Fabian's like, yeah, of course, bro. He's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
The only problem is Fabian went from being a good-looking guy with a 4-head to Bruce Willis with a 5-head.
The 5-head. He upgraded his 4-head to 5-head.
Oh,
my God.
It's visual learning, friends.
We are learning visually.
Great. All right, moving on to Beef. Beef says, will you be early? Your future is up to you. 2024, the year the world learns about LUKSO. And then Beef makes an incredible price prediction of 420 licks. Okay, if that ever happened, Beef, long pregnant pause with my head nodding.
These shows would have a much different feeling at $420 licks. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I love this one. And it's such a funny thing, human psychology, right? Especially when it comes to things involving money, right? They want the shiny new thing that everybody else has. They don't want to necessarily put in the work. But congrats to those of you who did. And this says $6 licks. I don't know where to find that anymore. Now we're paying $7.50. But yeah, this is that'd definitely be the timeline. And I love how you put in the little you notice that second desk says Coinbase. So yeah.
Does it say Coinbase? I can't read the beginning of it.
Well, I just says base. I could say Moonbase, but yeah, I'm guessing that says Coinbase.
I like that because that's where we'd be at 420 lux. That would be the Moonbase.
It's true.
It would be a Moonbase. All right.
Well, next up, we got one from Melotse. Soon we'll be saying there's a dApp for that. So yeah, decentralize all platforms, early stage up. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that mobile app is in the works, and hopefully we get that sooner than later, because that, my friends, is going to change a lot of things. It's going to open up a lot of windows, bring in a lot of new users, and just simplify everything. And yeah, it's going to be really, really cool to have the Web3 version of, an app store.
Hey, there's a dApp for that. All right, last piece of visual learning. Happy birthday, Jack. Oh God, another year older. Happy birthday, Jack. It's due to Jem that we all know this. Send Jack some love today. Jack, one of the brains behind the POP protocol that just took a third place prize in the last hackathon. Jack, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jack. Hope you have a great one, fam. And yeah, shout out Jim for letting us know. And yeah, hop to the timeline, give Jack some love.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to say. In fact, I was really struggling coming up with anything to say this morning. Even though there's been so much going on in this ecosystem, I feel like my brain's really fried this Friday because there's just been a lot that's happened. Right?
Yeah, it's been a really busy week with everything going on. So yeah, I was there with you. I was feeling you. And but yeah, it's fun. It was fun kicking it. Thanks for those of you who joined us live today. But before you head out, Eth, quick question for you. What what do you call it when you eat lemons at sunset?
I have no idea.
The golden sour.
The golden sour. Oh my God. Oh, that's why you're my zesty bestie.
Oh my zesty bestie. Right back at you, buddy. But yeah, all of you are zesty besties as well. We appreciate you who tuned in live. Thank you so much. And hope hope the rest of your Friday goes great. For those of you who tune in at your own time, we appreciate you as well. As I always say, fam, we are LUKSO. So you're all contributing to the network effect. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, fam. Do what you do best and stay pink.